Good morning. We have some progress, and I wanted to show you what I have done here because I decided to it's not refined, but get those eyes in position so that they are balanced and equal with the face. Let me just show you that. So we have a long way to go, but one of the things, and I'll take this away for a minute to kind of show up close. When you start to make, last time I showed you to make the one side of the face by using the pictures and using your calipers. Good morning, Mark. And then, so I wanted to explain what I did. So once I had the one side done and I had a center line more prominently on there, then I just measured from that center line and then also measured from what I had done on this side, still taking a look at the pictures that I'm using from all angles. But I got that balanced out. And one of the things I wanted to kind of give you an idea of what will happen when you do this that makes it a little challenging until you have more practice. And as you hold this, I'm going to try to give you some ideas looking at this camera view. You hold it like that, they should be lined up. Now hold it like that and look at it while you're working. And suddenly, oh my goodness, they'll be uneven. That'll dog you for a while when you're getting started with this. You'll go, what in the heck? You thought it looked perfect. Like I'm looking at it and I have my lamp over it. I can't really show you in that view. Let me go to the other view. Okay, so I'm holding it over my lamp and I'm seeing it this way and it looks lined up. But once Jackie and Frank, is that you? No, it's Jan. Thank you. Hi, good morning. It's great to have you on. I can't see that well from here. It's always kind of a challenge. I have to look close, but I'm so glad to see you on. So I will hold this like straight on, right? And it'll look fine. It'll look fine like that. Now I'll look at it like this, and suddenly I see some major unevenness, lack of equalizing on either side. In fact, I'm looking at something right now I need to correct. And then you also want to look at it like this. You cannot believe how things look right from one direction, and now you'll turn it, and suddenly you'll see, I see a place, like especially back here, this area is too high, right here. But when you look at it, there we go. Or let's turn to the other view. If you look at it like that, it might look right. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. But there you go. See that unevenness? There we go. I can better show you like that. This is too high here. So I have to take that down. But you don't see that looking at it just like that. So it dogs you, and it's a challenge in the beginning, but little by little, what you're going to do, a more delicate tool is a better idea. And let me go take it from that view. This is why often I take the heads off. But in this case, because I don't have the tail on yet, I can just pick up this sculpture. And I don't really have the ears done yet. I just have them somewhat fixed. I keep seeing things and getting distracted. But if I wanted to, there we go. I'm going to try to level this down so you can see me doing it. So I have to look at it from the view where I'm seeing the discrepancy, and then just delicately, and I'm using a little loop tool. There we go. Can you see that? This is one of the handmade loop tools, and I'm going to have to figure out, I have several strategies to figure out what these materials were, because I remember watching them made so many times. And these are more delicate than ones you can buy, these loop tools. Like, for example, I can buy this loop tool, if I can show it. My new camera will be able to show that. Cindy, good morning. And here's another loop tool I've purchased. And you can actually see the wire in these. Let's see if I can get it where it's in front of white. Let me show you better than that. It's really hard with this camera. See the wire? See it how it works on there? Okay, I bought those. This, however, is an example of one of the tools that Chuck would make. And how he would do this, I'm going to have to go to a hardware store. I remember watching him make them many times, but he would use these telescoping, whatever you'd want to say, aluminum rods. And Mark, you might have some ideas about this too. And then he would crimp, he would put them in each other and crimp these edges real hard and use wire that he would shape around. And these are so good for delicate work. So we're going to have to get into tool making. He never got to that video. He was too ill and passed away before he could do that, as you guys know. So when it comes to a small face, though, and I don't know if I can show you close yet. It's hard to demonstrate and concentrate at the same time on doing it right. But at least I want to show you the kind of tool and delicacy it takes to really get, and don't take down too much. Now look again, and then I can see this eye ridge is coming too high right there. And the scary thing is it looks good in the front. But you know what? Once you start to see that unevenness, and then you look at it again from the front, now you can actually see it. See, again, you want to hold it. See my light? It blows it out, so I have it way up high. But when I'm working, let me show you my view when I'm working. Because this stuff is important. It's little details, but it's important. So I will have this kind of it's a fluorescent bulb, old-fashioned, but it works really well. I use a daylight bulb. And so I would look at it straight on like that and just see where that discrepancy is. And very gently, don't hack. And don't, no chainsaws. This is a scalpel. And just take it down on both sides, especially where you see the problem. And I can even see a problem right here. This type of lighting, I'm telling you, if you never have been introduced to this kind of technique for fixing delicate parts, it is really game-changing. Really game-changing. So I'm not going to mess up my eyeball, which isn't perfect yet, but it's positioned well. But I'm going to then check. I know, I sound like a broken record, right? The corner of the eye here. Let me go to the bigger view. No, it's like now we're getting into the microsurgery. I'm going to take my light way up so it doesn't blow it out for you. And I'm going to check there to the ear. And then I'm going to check this side. Oops. To the ear. And I see I could even bring that over a little bit. So I'm going to. And after today, I'll do this. I'll finish the face on my own. I want to get onto the hands and feet. I want to, I've kind of skipped over hands and feet on the other sculptures, worrying about rushing them to get done for you. I don't want to be boring here. But I'll get onto the hands and feet, and then we're going to really detail those and then put the tail on. That'll be the grand finale of this piece. So I still use my fingers to soften things, but I'll show you something before we're done here. It's 8:10. Okay, I'm watching my time. Let me get where I can really see the balance. I can see this goes down very, very gently. I'm hardly taking anything off. All right. I can show you that. I wish it was better close up right now, and we will get that, but our moving date will be in the new place in a very short time. I'm hoping everything goes well, economy notwithstanding, right? Oh boy. Real estate's an interesting market right now. Okay, so I'm looking at that. There we go. That ridge is awfully tough right there. I'm going to take that down. Now, if I make a mistake, thank goodness this is modeling clay, because guess what? I can fix it. I can fix it. Just don't take too much off at a time. That's what the delicate tools are really helpful for. We're not taking off too much at a time. Get that under there, wrap that around. Okay, and I'm going to cut to the chase here to just show you what I would do to finish off things. And not even completely finished, but just achieve some progress. So I put that there because I'm getting close to my deadline. I'm going to get some of my Terpenoid Natural. Anybody new can see what I use. It's non-toxic, not flammable. And Mark, I'm going to see what it is you're saying. Hold on 1 second. Let me quickly change. I'm going to read. A lot of bird carvers use T-pins. Oh, interesting. And that's a great idea. T-pins to align the eyes. What I'm currently doing right now, though, is just trying to get these shapes surrounding the eyes, to get those shapes equal. And by looking, and I just wanted to basically demonstrate that by looking from different directions and looking like this, you can spot errors that you can't spot directly on. So yeah, there's so many great ideas. T-pins to just, and maybe you could do a video yourself too to show us about the T-pins, and I can direct everyone to your video on that. That's a great idea. Or different methods to line things up that bird carvers use. I think that's great. Okay, so let me just switch back to our close-up for a minute, because I want to show you. Let's get this light so it's not blowing it out. So now what you can do, and I'll hold it where I can see it too. You're going to want to take the Terpenoid Natural, get it off your brush, clean that brush really well, right like that. And what you can do around eyes, in clay anyway, not wood, is you can just soften your shapes this way so that you can now check them again without over shaving too much clay off. The brush is a wonderful sculpting tool. And you could see, maybe you could see, how that just softens that area very nicely. And you can push your clay into position in a way that keeps the rounded shapes and doesn't overcut. It doesn't overcut into the surface. And now I can look at it. Now that looks straight this way, or relatively speaking. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me bring this view in. But this way, and that way it looks okay. That way I see some problems now with this side being a little bit too heavy. So I'll have to work on that. Again, I will take my very delicate tool and just carve down into that area, trying to keep my eye where it is, because the eyes look like they lined up very well, and I measured that. So I will keep going on that. It's getting pretty close. It's getting pretty close. But this is a great exercise, even if you're not going to use this as a final piece or try to sell it or, demo it or whatever you want to do. This is the kind of exercise that translates to every kind of face sculpture, human faces included. So as you work, if you start out with something you can hold, like a human face, and we'll do that in my new location, you'll find that you're going to want to turn it and turn it and turn it until you see all the different, unevenness that doesn't appear in that front-on view. So I hope that was helpful today, and I will see you on Monday, and we're going to start on the hands and the feet on Monday. Okay, well, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all next time. Oops, I'll change to the other view. Bye.